Hi everyone, my name is Chris Felix. Welcome to the Advent special of Pathways of Hope Became Flesh. And so today we reflect on the Gospel of Luke chapter 1 verses 39 to 45, where we will find a powerful and joyful encounter between two women, Mary and Elizabeth. But before that, allow me to share a story with you. When I was younger, I recall on several occasions when my family would either visit someone who is ill in the hospital or console members of the family going through a loss. And as a child, I didn't know what to say because, I grew up where my parents taught me it's always good to greet people. But in such situations, I really didn't know what to say. I remember sharing this with my parents, and they told me this. They said, Chris, it's okay if you don't know what to say. Your presence speaks for itself. And I learned a very valuable lesson of being present, or some who would call it the ministry of presence, because our presence matters. And so when I read this particular passage of Mother Mary and Elizabeth, this theme of being present, just came to my mind, and I was reflecting on it. Because I'm so inspired by Mother Mary, of course, because if you think about it, during that time, there wasn't any fast cars or airplanes, airports, even highways to travel. Traveling in itself was very difficult, getting from point A to point B. And Mary was with child, but she made the effort to be present physically with Elizabeth. Of course, Elizabeth was much older in age. She wanted to ensure that Elizabeth was okay with child. And so Mary's very presence, carrying this unborn Jesus, brought about a powerful response in Elizabeth and John the Baptist. What did Elizabeth say? Elizabeth was filled with the Holy Spirit, and she exclaimed with a loud cry, "Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb." And of course, John the Baptist, the child within Elizabeth, leapt for joy. This is what sometimes the ministry of presence takes place, happens in the lives of those around us. Sometimes by just being present, we can be that beacon of peace, of joy to those around us. So let us really consider the significance of presence in our very own lives, dear brothers and sisters. Let's reflect on this. How often do we experience the transformative power of being in the presence of God and of one another? Let's speak about being in the presence of God first. Of course, as we prepare for Christmas during the season of Advent, there are many things to do, definitely, but we need to be intentional about seeking God's divine presence. And of course, this is through our prayer time. And we can of course see prayer as just as a routine that we do, something that we need to check off our list throughout the day. But what I've learned is asking God for the grace to be present, in my prayer time, to really be focused during that time, to really embrace that intimacy with God during my prayer time. And whatever that I have to do, the cares and the concerns, any distractions, I'm surrendering it to the Lord so that I can really be present in that moment, because it is in God's presence that the divine exchange happens. I receive His love, His joy, and His peace. And on the other end is being present to those around us, our family and our friends. During this time of Christmas, many of us will definitely be meeting family and friends that we have not seen for a long time. How can we be really present in our lives? Maybe it's just listening to them, being that beacon of peace and joy to them. Maybe it's putting away the things that distract us and really engaging in conversation, so on and so forth. So this is what I believe that God is calling us, really to do, to be present. And also maybe God is stirring in our hearts of those around us who really need our presence. Maybe they're going through a difficult time during this season, a loss, challenges, difficulties in their lives. And maybe God is calling us to reach out to them. Maybe we may not have all the answers or the words, but just to be present in their lives, to be that beacon of love, of joy and peace. So dear brothers and sisters, as we end this particular reflection on being present, let's reflect on these two things. Number one, how can I be more present to God as I prepare myself to receive Him this Christmas? And number two, how can I be more present to those around me, especially my family and friends? If you were blessed by this video, I'd like to invite you to like and to share this video. Once again, I'm Chris Felix. Take care, stay safe, and God bless. Bye everyone.